the top stories, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew honored by the city of Philadelphia. Inaugural OECS Youth in Agriculture Symposium kicks off in Dominica, and July breaks record heat strike amid ongoing climate concerns. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Thursday, August 8th, 2024. I'm Scotticia Hendrickson. Nationally, Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew of St. Kitts and Nevis was honored by the city of Philadelphia with a citation for his significant contribution to both politics and medicine. The award was presented during the 8th Caribbean Emancipation Day celebration hosted by the Jamaican Diaspora Northeast in Philadelphia on August 1st, 2024. The ceremony included a liturgical service and a reception marking Caribbean emancipation. A video message from Prime Minister Drew was featured during the event. The citation highlights Dr. Drew's leadership as Prime Minister and his work with the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party. It recognizes his medical career, which includes degrees from Universidad de Ciencia Médicas de Villa Clara and Texas Tech University Health Services Science Center. His dedication to healthcare in St. Kitts and Nevis. Dr. Drew's political career, marked by his focus on healthcare, education, and socioeconomic development, was also commended. Dr. Drew expressed his gratitude, noting that this recognition reflects the collective efforts of the people of St. Kitts and Nevis and their commitment to progress. He emphasized his continued dedication to advancing the nation's welfare and regional development. St. Kitts and Nevis has received a boost from UNESCO, which has awarded the Federation 3 grants totaling approximately $60,000 to support its sustainable development efforts. The funding, announced through the St. Kitts and Nevis National Commission for UNESCO, will aid in advancing education, biodiversity, and gender policy implementation. The grants will be used to finalize the national accreditation of qualifications, implement the national gender policy framework, and develop a plan to make the St. Mary's Biosphere Reserve a plastic-free zone. Secretary General Ms. Dorothy Warner highlighted that a significant portion of the funding will focus on enhancing education policy, including professionalizing the national teaching force and integrating education for sustainable development, or ESD, into the curriculum. Minister Dr. Jeffrey Hamley praised UNESCO's decision as excellent, noting its contribution to the Federation's goal in education, gender, and biodiversity. Next year, UNESCO will send 2 experts to St. Kitts and Nevis to help finalize the national accreditation framework. This framework aims to create a rigorous system for evaluating high-level qualifications and ensuring that they meet the Federation's labor market needs. In addition to this funding, St. Kitts and Nevis is engaged in several other UNESCO-backed projects, including completing the first phase of a National Intangible Cultural Heritage, or ICH, campaign to preserve local traditions, conducting a water data gathering exercise to include and influence water management policies, developing a framework to increase investment in the St. Mary's Biosphere Reserve to promote sustainable agriculture, advancing compliance with anti-doping standards through the National Sports Council. H.E. David Doyle, the Federation's ambassador to UNESCO, expressed satisfaction with the funding decision, noting the alignment between various stakeholders and the positive impact on government ministries, professionals, and the broader community. After the break, Olympic swimmer Troy Nisbet returns home. Stay with us.
So get up and unite.
The CPL is back for 2024. And the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com.
Olympian Troy Nisbet and his coach James Weeks returned home on Wednesday afternoon. ZIZ News caught up with the youngster at the airport upon his return on Wednesday. Speaking on his experience, Nisbet said he was happy to have created history by showing the world the potential that lies within St. Kitts and Nevis in the sport of swimming.
Being a swimmer for my country is both an honor and a profound responsibility. It's an achievement that not only represents personal dedication and countless hours of training, but also serves as a beacon of inspiration for generations. Competing on the world's largest stage, I carry the hopes and dreams of my nation, eager to showcase our potential and pave the way for excellence in swimming.
Nisbet was the youngest to represent St. Kitts and Nevis at the Olympics. The 15-year-old is also the first athlete to represent the Federation in swimming. The discovery of an unlicensed firearm following a vehicle search has led to arrest and charges. According to the police, on Monday, August 5th, 2024, during a routine stop and search operation conducted on the Southeast Peninsula, officers from the Anti-Narcotics Unit of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force stopped and searched motorcar PB2754. During the search, a 9mm pistol and 5 rounds of matching ammunition were discovered within the vehicle. As a result, all 3 occupants of the vehicle were taken into custody. On Wednesday, August 7th, 2024, Taj Frederick, the driver of the vehicle, was formally arrested and charged with possession of an unlicensed firearm and possession of ammunition. The Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force remains committed to ensuring public safety and addressing illegal activities within our communities. Regional news is up next after this break.
So get up and unite.
The CPL is back for 2024. And the St. Lucia Kings are hunting for their first title. This year, it will be the best ever CPL, with global superstars, massive sixes, and incredible entertainment at the biggest party in sport. Get your tickets now at cplt20.com.
The inaugural Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, or OECS, Youth in Agriculture YIA Symposium launched in Dominica on Wednesday, with Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerritt challenging the commitment of regional countries to the free movement of goods and services. Addressing the opening ceremony of the 3-day event, Prime Minister Skerritt expressed frustration over persistent barriers to importation of food within the OECS and CARICOM regions. He questioned why agricultural products from Dominica and other OECS countries face restrictions despite being accepted in European and North American markets. He called for a greater political will within CARICOM and the OECS to remove these barriers and enhance regional food security. He emphasized that achieving sustainability in agriculture requires overcoming internal obstacles before seeking changes from international financial institutions like the World Bank and IMF. The symposium is a key initiative following decisions made at the 7th Council of the Ministers of Agriculture meeting. It aims to connect emerging agricultural leaders through discussions on innovation, opportunities, and the necessary conditions for advancing the sector. The OECS Commission highlighted that the agricultural sector in the region faces significant challenges, including environmental degradation, reduction in productivity, and vulnerability to climate events. The decline in agriculture has also led to an aging farming population, with younger generations often leaving traditional farming practices. The FAST strategy, which prioritizes re-engaging youth in agriculture, led to the development of this youth-focused symposium. The event, hosted by Dominica's Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, features contributions from the European Union's RIGHT program, the UN Food and Agriculture Organization, or FAO, the Inter-American Institute for Cooperation Agriculture, or ICA, the Partnership Initiative for Sustainable Land Management of Dominica, and the World University Service of Canada to the Caribbean. Participants will benefit from panel discussions with industry leaders, successful young farmers, and agricultural experts. The symposium will include interactive workshops and mentorship sessions on topics such as agribusiness development, research, and technology. Additionally, the event will showcase technologies and solutions revolutionizing agriculture in the region. In international news, the streak of 13 consecutive months of record-setting global temperatures ended in July, as reported by the European Climate Agency, Carpenus. The agency attributed the change to the natural decline in the El Niño climate pattern. However, July 2024 still ranked as the second warmest July on record, just behind the previous year, which, with an average global temperature of 62.4 degrees Fahrenheit or 16.91 degrees Celsius. Despite the end of the record-breaking streak, climate scientists emphasize that the overarching threat of climate change remains unchanged. The past month's temperatures were only slightly lower than those of July 2023, and the Earth continues to experience significant warming. The recent heat wave had severe impacts worldwide. In Cape Town, South Africa, torrential rain and flooding displaced thousands, while a landslide in Indonesia's Swahili Island caused fatalities. Additionally, the record-breaking Hurricane Beryl and unprecedented heat in Tokyo, which resulted in over 120 deaths, underscored the extreme temperature and weather conditions. July 2024 saw temperatures of 1.48 degrees Celsius or 2.7 degrees Fahrenheit above pre-industrial levels, nearing the 1.5 degree limit set by the 2015 Paris Agreement. While the cooling effect of the La Nina is anticipated later in the year, the long-term warming trend driven by greenhouse gases emissions continues to influence global temperatures. In the U.S., heat warnings affected around one-third of the population, while southern and eastern Europe experienced severe heat waves, promoting Italy to issue its highest heat warnings and Greece to close the Acropolis. Regions across Africa, the Middle East, Asia, and eastern Antarctica also saw above-average temperatures. Experts stress that while July's temperature did not set a new record, the underlying issue of climate change persists. The focus remains on addressing the long-term warming trends and its widespread impacts, which have been evident for years and will continue despite fluctuations in monthly records. And now for the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy skies. Winds are moderate breeze of 13 miles from the east-northeast. The temperature is 31 degrees Celsius or 88 degrees Fahrenheit. Seas are 1 to 1.5 meters or 3 to 5 feet. The weather forecast for today predicts partly sunny skies in general with brief cloudy spells. Tonight will be partly cloudy skies with a 60% or moderate chance of brief passing showers overnight. Sunset today will be at 6:41 p.m. and sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:52 a.m. And that brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Scotty Hendrickson.